A brand new zombie army has spawned in the Warhammer 40k universe. The Emperor of Mankind has called forward his Space Marine legions to try and deal with the zombies. In fact, every Space Marine legion has made it to the front lines here, and they are under the command of Titus. Can every Space Marine Legion hold the Bridge River defenses across this map against a massive army of 7 million zombies? And these zombies are of varying strengths and sizes and speeds, so it should be very interesting. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more. Let's get into it, baby. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go ahead and press start right here and get into this crazy Warhammer 40k defense. We've got Warhounds at the front line here. This is the main defensive bridge with Death Corps of Krieg soldiers down here with their shovels. The zombies are sprinter zombies in the front lines here, so they're already getting into the middle of these Death Corps soldiers and starting to eat them, so that's not great for the Warhammer units, but of course, the Space Marines aren't really counting on the Death Corps to win them the battle. They're more cannon foddery. We also have, again, 25 of these Warhounds, which should be pretty effective. I mean, already we can see their explosive fire is destroying large quantities of zombies over here, which is pretty great to see. Across the bridge here, I believe these guys are the Iron Fist troopers. Then back here, we have the Legion of the Damned. And behind them, we are going to have the Ultramarines, who have, of course, the high explosive fire, which is already ripping into a number of the zombies and doing some very, very nice just early kills before they reach the bridge. That's going to be very, very helpful. Over this way, we got my favorite Space Marine Legion, the Salamanders. Yes, sir, and they are fighting tooth and nail on this bridge already. A few of them getting into some scuffs against these zombies. I guess the zombies were able to reach the end of the bridge very, very quickly over here, but they are killing many. I mean, you can tell by the number of bodies just falling off of the bridge right there. So hopefully these Salamanders can defend nicely. There's 300 of them at this bridge here ready to defend. And obviously millions of zombies on the other end of the bridge. I don't know how these... Are they swimming across? Are they able to run so fast through the water that they live and get across? Because some of these zombies are actually making it to the other side. That's crazy. I don't think they'll be that effective, but that's strange. Okay, let's look on the right flank over this way. So here's our main defense here. Oh, we've also got some of the sword and shield boys over this way, and Captain Titus is in this little compound area here. But to the far right, we have more bridges over here protecting the right flank. Right here, we've got the Purple Soul Drinker Legion here, and they are doing a lot better than the Salamanders were doing, keeping these zombies at bay. And to the right of them, oh no. The Blood Angels are having a real rough time here, getting completely surrounded by the zombies. Yikes. So the zombies actually were able to cross this bridge all the way over here and flank these guys. I did not think they would actually do that, but here they are. So the Blood Angels got a really raw deal here. They need to survive for quite a long time if they want to help this cause, because if the zombies end up defeating them, then they're going to go and flank the Soul Drinkers over this way, and then once they defeat them, they'll have an open alleyway to the flank of the main defense over this way. So there is a lot riding on these two bridges over here, and in particular, the Blood Angels, who are currently getting hardcore swarmed right now. That's not a good situation. Right now, we do have 500,000 dead zombies already, and we're only 3 minutes into the battle. I mean, that's pretty darn good right there. Holy cow. Yes, sir. Warhounds over here doing their best to keep the zombies at bay. Actually doing quite well, I would say. And the Death Corps troopers below are definitely taking more losses, and they're getting whittled down. They probably make up the bulk of the 2,000 dead Warhammer units thus far. Now, Warhammer units did start with 11,000 total soldiers. They are now at 8,800, so they've taken some losses for sure. And I think most of them are the Death Corps troopers. Maybe a couple Salamanders, because the Salamanders over here, again, are not doing too hot. I mean, they are getting hit hard by these zombies. Have any died is the real question. I don't really see any dead. This guy is really up front. Holy cow. Luckily, Space Marines each have 8,000 health. There goes that salamander. So yeah, some of the salamanders have clearly died. That is not good. But again, they've got 8,000 health. I'm pretty sure they can one-shot almost any zombie variant, so they're very, very powerful. I'm not worried about them getting kills. I'm worried about them taking those hits over here, since the zombies were able to cross the bridge and actually start attacking these guys so early on. Luckily, the main bridge is still not under attack, although a few of these guys are flanking around towards the Iron Fist over here. That's no bueno. Use your chain swords. Very nice. Get those kills, boys. And let's check in on the Blood Angels over here. I guess they are very far away over this way. That's kind of funny. Soul Drinkers actually just now starting to have some of their zombie enemies reaching the front lines over here. Okay, that's gonna be rough. And these Blood Angels over this way continuing to get surrounded. Very, very hardcore fighting over here for them. Let's go ahead and time-lapse this. We can see the Soul Drinkers in the background, but we also, most importantly, get to see the Blood Angels in the foreground here, getting attacked and surrounded and dying pretty badly. We're at 800,000 total dead zombies now, and 3,000 dead Warhammer units. Let's run the first time-lapse of the video. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright, in just a few minutes here, things have gotten worse for the Blood Angels. Well, they've got the new breed of zombies here, the infected, like, CDC. They almost look like Among Us soldiers here coming in. They haven't reached them quite yet, but I'm curious to see how good these guys are. In fact, how much health do they have? 1,300! Okay, these are some powerful zombies then. Wow, well, we'll see how they end up doing. Blood Angels, though, I gotta say, I'm proud of them. They're still hanging in there. Despite being completely surrounded for the entirety of this battle so far, they're still in there, dog, and that is impressive. Over here, the Soul Drinkers are actually facing those new CDC zombies, so that's not very good. And, yeah, the bridge over here, a few of them have fallen down and are fighting on the zombie body piles. So maybe once these body piles grow, they'll be back up to the bridge surface there. But if that happens, then these zombies will have another avenue forward as well. So probably best that that doesn't come to fruition there. But these Soul Drinkers are starting to get a little taste of what the Blood Angels have had to be dealing with here, and are getting flanked. But at least the main bridge over this way is not getting flanked just yet. We've got 5.5 million zombies remaining on the battlefield, 5,500 Space Marines, etc. on the battlefield. The Warhounds are still alive, which is really nice. I think the Ultramarine fire over this way is helping them survive. Actually, look at this. I mean, it just whittles down the zombies continuously as the zombies charge the Warhounds, which leaves any remaining zombies from this high explosive fire to be quite weak by the time they actually hit those mechs over there. So I think that's a really, really good deal for the Warhounds, allowing them to be able to destroy quite a number of zombies incoming. How are the Salamanders doing over here, though? They're still up. They're still fighting. I mean, that's good. Oh, here comes some of the military zombies. These guys are tough. They actually do splash damage, so they will be really effective, and they've got a lot of health, but they're fighting Space Marines, so, you know, while they might be able to destroy the Star Wars units, destroying the Space Marine units is a whole nother story. It's a lot more challenging. But we're almost at 1.5 million total zombies killed. We are getting up there in terms of death toll numbers. Let's go ahead and do our next time lapse here and watch the Salamanders defend and see if some of those military zombies coming forward end up doing some damage to them. Alright, we are about to cross the 2 million zombies killed threshold, which is really pretty impressive considering there is only 4,500 Space Marines remaining. So they've done a lot with just like 6,000 troopers dead on the battlefield so far. I mean, they've gotten a crazy number of kills. I am noticing more zombies are getting swings on some of these salamanders, so, you know, their 8,000 health is absorbing a lot of swings, but eventually they will go down. Actually, a number of them are dead back here, so that's interesting. Huh. That could be a little bit precarious to come. Warhounds over here still doing a nice job. I don't know if they despawn when they die, so or if they leave a carcass. So it's unclear whether or not any have died yet. I guess if you really care, you can count them. If anyone wants to comment down below how many are left at this point. We started with 25, so maybe a couple have died. I really don't know, or there's still 25 left. Oh, here comes some of the like weird mutant zombie guys. Look at these guys. Ugh, they're kind of creepy looking. They look like the architects from Alien, right? That's kind of what they look like. And here's more runner zombies coming up as well. The Ultramarines, Titus, and the Sword Boys back here, I forget their names, are still pretty much untouched over here, so they're doing great. So are the Legion of the Damned. Not too bad, but it does seem like some of the Iron Fist soldiers are starting to get walloped a little bit more over here from the CDC zombies. Let's move and see how the Soul Drinkers and Blood Angels are doing. Surprisingly still alive, although clearly they have lost some ground here and are taking more damage, so not great. Blood Angels, oh, they have thinned a lot. They have very, very few soldiers remaining over here, but hey, I mean, at least there are still some remaining. So why don't we time-lapse the Blood Angels and the Soul Drinkers over here. We're at 2.12 million dead zombies, 4.65 million remain on the battlefield. Another 10 minutes have gone by, and honestly, the Blood Angels are still hanging in there. From their initial 300, pretty much all the legions had 300 soldiers to start. I'd say maybe they got like 50 troops left, but the fact that they've held on this long and have prevented the full stampede of the Soul Drinkers is pretty nice, but the Soul Drinkers also probably down to maybe like 125 soldiers, I would guess. That's what I would guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but both of these guys are getting kind of walloped. Right now, 2.75 million dead zombies on the battlefield, though, so clearly the Space Marines are doing something right. The Warhounds here, defending really, really nicely. Look at this body pile. This was flat before. This was flat before, and it is this high up. That is absolute insanity, bro. Ultramarines, Legion of the Damned, completely untouched back here. I wish I could remember these guys' name, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I just forget. Salamanders. They are also getting slowly surrounded as they kind of lose their bridgehead here. Yeah, they might be the first bridge to break, and then they'd have to, you know, see Titus get flanked over that way, which would be rather bad. 2.8 million dead zombies. We've got 3,650 Warhammer units remaining. Let's get it, baby. Alright, the Salamanders have almost completely broken here. I don't know, there's like 6 of them maybe here, all condensed. I'm actually kind of surprised no zombies are just like breaking off and going for the main defense already. But it seems like they're committed to trying to kill these poor, poor chaps here. Although I'm sure the Salamanders are responsible for at least 500,000 zombie kills, something like that. I mean, there's tons dead, even more in the water. They've done a decent job here. They certainly fought well, and they are my favorite Legion, so it's sad to see them go down. We've got 3 more remaining from the looks of it. No! Boys! Hang in there! Fight for the Emperor! Yeah, they're super dead. Let's go check in on the main lines over here. These guys are about to be flanked. I don't think it'll be too big of a deal because there are Ultramarines here, which obviously very powerful, but it will probably impact the battlefield at least a little bit. Warhounds over here still alive. Over this way, yes, the Blood Angels are still alive, as are the Soul Drinkers, although they're hanging in there. They have certainly taken some losses. Blood Angels down to maybe like 25 soldiers, something like that, so they're not doing too hot right now. But it is a shame to see that the Salamanders ended up going down so quickly after that last time lapse. I don't even know. Yeah, there's one. There's one lad. Oh, R.I.P. I shall name him Gus. Gus the Salamander. Gus is... Oh, Gus, no. Oh, Gus, no. Okay, well, Gus is dead. Usually it takes the zombies like a minute before they figure out their next victim. But as you can see, Salamanders did get a very solid number of kills. The entire bridge is littered with bodies here. And now it'll be interesting to see how this impacts the middle section of the battlefield, because I think these zombies will start flanking very, very soon. And that could be precarious. We are at 3.2 million dead zombies, so we're almost halfway through the zombie army right now. Oh, here are some of those World War II zombies. German Officer zombies, ja? Jawohl! Ich bin ein Berliner! So those guys have finally made it to the front lines as well. Yeah, lots of zombie variety out here. Oh, and here comes the zombies that killed the Salamanders. Alright, they are booking it across the way here. Let's see if the Ultramarines react quickly or if it takes them a minute to realize they're being flanked. And it takes them a minute to realize. So the zombies actually get in there and start taking some swings at the Ultramarines for the first time in this entire battle, which is crazy. And there is a whole horde of them coming forward. Look at this. That's a lot of zombies. I mean, they are going to be restricted eventually by how many can cross the choke point here, which will, I think, slow down their assault. But this is a very, very good start here from these guys, just bombastically throwing themselves into the Ultramarines, which also is distracting them from firing as much down and providing cover fire for the Warhounds on the other side of the battlefield. So this is pretty interesting. That one bridge going down definitely did mark a turning point in this battle and could be the destruction of the Space Marines. We'll just have to see. I want to see how these guys are doing over here. Okay, I am seeing both Blood Angels and Soul Drinkers still alive, so these guys will be fighting for at least a little bit longer. Then all of these guys will pivot and start attacking the flanks over here as well. So we'll have even more problems going forward. I think the Ultramarines are starting to get this under control here, though. It seems like most of these zombies are starting to fall, more or less, so I don't think this will end up being too big of a deal. But it is interesting to see these flanks starting to happen, and yeah, more losses for the Ultramarines overall. This could be rough. This could be rough. Let's go and time-lapse the Soul Drinkers and the Blood Angels over this way, because I think these will be the next areas to fall. I think the Ultramarines will be okay for a while. Alright, we are down to the last Soul Drinker, it looks like, and oh, he's dead. RIP, and the Blood Angels already died. So, these huge portions of zombies over here have nowhere to go. I think eventually, once they stop spazzing for a little bit, they'll start pushing this way and start flanking. Unless they choose to go backwards over the bridge and join the main force, which would be a huge mistake. They really should flank. We'll see what ends up happening with that. 3.7 million zombies are dead, which means 2.9 million still remain on the battlefield. 2,751 Space Marines remain currently. Warhounds still in there. A lot of the Iron Fist have died now. The Ultramarines, it looks like they have taken a few losses over this way, which is not good. And we've also got some of the Legion of the Damned now getting involved as the Ultramarines start to lose the flank a little bit here. It's not completely dire, but it is a little bit problematic. Okay, the zombies are moving across this way. That was definitely the smart choice. If they didn't choose to do that, it would have been pretty bad for them. I'm actually going to move Titus before they arrive. Titus has 100,000 health, which is pretty good. And we're going to move him to be with these guys over here, just because I don't want him dying alone over there. I want to have him actually with his troopers, defending, doing his best when that flank comes in. I mean, I'm sure he'd at least get a few thousand zombie kills on his own, but I think it's cooler to have him fighting alongside his troopers. Warhounds over here still going hard. Ultramarines, despite everything, going hard as well. And the Legion of the Damned is there backing them up, which I think is important. And of course, we've still got these boys in yellow back here who are very powerful as well. So I don't think it's completely over for the Warhammer units just yet. I think they've got a lot of potential to go forward. Either way, these guys start going in now, and well, they're dying pretty quickly. Nice. I mean, the zombies are going to have multiple flank routes to surround these guys, but at least there's something in the way of the Ultramarines over there from another flank, although the Legion of the Damned over here is having to deal with these guys as well. Yeah, things have gotten certainly worse for the Warhammer armies, but they've still got very powerful units and fresh units that haven't really seen combat yet getting involved right now, and I think they should be able to defend for a decent while longer, hopefully getting the remaining 2.79 million kills they need to win the day against these zombies. But this battlefield is getting incredibly chaotic as we continue onward here. We'll just have to see what happens. I think Titus over here is, getting attacked. So he's right there with his boys defending. I think the body pile that forms here will be pretty interesting. It'll raise up above the village there eventually, which will be cool. How much health do these guys have? They have 30,000, so they're pretty strong, but they're melee only, which does make them like slightly weaker, I think, compared to range units, which I just think are a little bit better. And then, of course, the Legion of the Damned are a very strange hybrid where they're like technically melee, but they also shoot out the lightning bolts, so they have like slight range, you know. We also still have these guys on the bridge who are untouched, so it'll be interesting to see how they defend the bridge there. Either way, let's go ahead and time-lapse overhead of the compound defense here. 3.89 million dead zombies, 2.71 million to go. Okay, only 2,300 Space Marine units left alive on the battlefield. The Legion of the Damned has lost a couple of soldiers. The boys in yellow over here are still holding on tight, which is really good to see, although I don't... Is Titus dead? Wait. Oh no, that's Titus right there. He just got pushed a little bit farther back. He is very bloodied on the battlefield right now, but he's still kicking, and yes, that body pile did bring those troops up to the top of the compound there, which I think is pretty cool. The bridge, still untainted by zombie bodies, but we're about to have a second bridge forming here, which will allow more of these guys to cross over this way. The Warhounds are still alive. Okay, most of them are like very close to death. A couple of them aren't, but that's crazy. Okay, interesting. Well, I mean, this is just the part of the battle where we just wait to see the result. 2 million zombies remaining, 2,219 Warhammer units remaining. We are in the final legs here. 1,700 Warhammer units remaining, and just over 1 million zombies. 1.07 million to be exact. So Warhammer units do seem like they're gonna take it. This flank is depleted. No one's coming this way anymore. The Ultramarines over here have held out pretty nicely. A few of them have died, but there's still more. And the Legion of the Damned is continuing to get kills over here. And across the bridge, this body pile is obviously crazy. There's even some Death Corps soldiers still alive, which is awesome. And I was about to say Black Templar Knights. No, the Iron Fist here is also doing quite well as well. So pretty awesome stuff going on across this entire battlefield. Let's go ahead and time-lapse this thing out because I think we're just about finished here. 10 minutes later, we are verging on 500,000 zombies remaining. These guys over here still not really getting attacked too much. More Ultramarines have died, but the Legion of the Damned is still holding up pretty nicely over here. And most of the Warhounds are still alive. I'd say maybe half of them are still alive at this point by the looks of it. So yeah, there have been some losses over there as well. But still, they're surviving. Only 575,000 zombies remaining, so nothing too crazy coming at them. Let's get it. And there we have it, gamers. 1,500 zombies remaining, and only 242 Space Marines remain. That's crazy. The bridge got wiped out, the Ultramarines got wiped out, Titus got wiped out, Legion of the Damned got wiped out, but a number of Iron Fists as well as Warhounds, which definitely got depleted during the battle big time. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them from the starting 25 remaining. That's crazy. That's it. That's what held it down. And surprisingly, some of these boys are alive. The Death Corps. That's crazy. I don't know how. Either way, guys. Yeah, the 1,200 zombies now remaining. They're just trickling in. So we're going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like. Look at this. Oh my god. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.